The purpose of this video is to orient you to Teams and what the important features of Teams are that you want to be paying attention to for my classes for this year. We're going to be looking at my Period 7 Algebra 2 class, and I'll briefly at the end kind of talk about my engineering classes and what may or may not be the same or different for those classes. So taking a look at my Period 7 Algebra 2, you'll notice that there aren't a whole lot of channels on the left-hand side here. I really tried to streamline it and keep it simple. The general channel will mostly be used for announcements, but you'll notice here that there is an assignment posted in the general channel, and that feeds automatically over from the assignments tab, and it'll post on the general channel as well. The second channel down is for meetings. Now, I don't know that we'll be doing any virtual classes, but I know last year I would sometimes run meetings inside of a face-to-face class to be able to share my computer screen easier with everybody. And we can use the meetings channel for tutoring or anything else that might come up. So if we are doing a meeting in Teams, this is the channel where that meeting will happen. The questions and discussions channel is for you to pose questions to me, to request to go over homework, to ask for clarification about anything, assignments and so forth. It's also the channel that we'll use if we are having any kind of class discussion where I'm requesting you to reply to a prompt. Now, unit files. This is maybe the most important. I guess it depends. But for unit files, this is where I'm going to post all of the material that you need for a given unit. So you'll notice that there are two posts here, and the first one is pinned. That means this is going to end up at the top of the thread no matter what else I post underneath it. And this is the introductory materials. It's the introduction, first assignments, and so forth. And then you'll see that that is followed by unit 1. So you can kind of see how this will go, and then we'll have unit 2 and so forth. When you click on this link, it's going to take you to a Wakelet. And so we'll click on it. We'll open the Wakelet, and you'll see introduction and first assignments. This collection reviews the syllabus and goes over the first diagnostic activity. And what you'll see in this kind of a thread here is everything that we're doing for introductory materials. So introductory PowerPoint, that's the PowerPoint that we're going over in class. That goes over, the class rules, the expectations, who on earth is this teacher that you have, and so forth. You'll be able to click on this link and upload or download to your computer a PDF of that PowerPoint so you can go back and look at it. Here you'll see a YouTube link, and this is a link to the syllabus overview that we went over in class. So if you forget something or you need to go over it again, there's a YouTube link to that video. And then we'll see copies of the group work. Okay, and there's everything for the introductory material. And that's going to be pinned because we will get students that come into the class later, and they'll need to go over that material as well. Well, what I want to do is click, oh, there we go. Now for unit 1, this is actually in progress. So it says this link will be updated as we work through the material. So for unit 1, you can see what I have up here. I picked that picture without being able to see it because for whatever reason, my computer was not showing me, it just wasn't showing me the pictures yesterday. So we have some windmills there. So unit 1 is solving linear equations. And this is for Algebra 2, and it says use the links below to access notes, instructional videos, and assignments for Unit 1. They are in order by lesson. So what you're going to see here is a roadmap of Unit 1. It begins with the notes. Okay, and you can click on that and you can literally get a copy of the notes. So those of you that have an accommodation that provides you with the notes, there they are. Now ignore the date on them. The notes aren't necessarily done this year. In fact, you can tell they're not done this year, but they are what the lesson and lecture come from. And so you are able to download a copy of the notes just like that. Now, last year we were virtual at least some of the time. Some of the classes were virtual the entire year, and in doing that, I created lesson videos. So what I will be doing throughout the year is I'm going to link you over to the actual lesson that goes with the notes. So rather than just getting this copy of the notes where you don't understand anything, you can actually see the lesson, hear the lesson, get the explanation for the notes, do your copy of the notes, and then just go back and check it with the copy that's there. So you'll have access to this. This is going to be super valuable if you're absent. So when you're absent, you don't need to ask me, what did I miss? I don't have the lesson, because it's going to be posted for you. You're going to be able to get the lesson. You're going to be able to get the notes for it. And then you'll see what the homework is. So what is the handout, the worksheet? A lot of the assignments do come from the book, but some of them have been modified, and you'll see the homework. Lesson 2, algebraic expressions. Click on that, you'll get a copy of the notes. Here's the video. Now, some of them are going to have 2 videos that go with them, because last year we were on 45-minute blocks, and so the lessons, like the videos, were shorter. And so you might have like 2 videos that go with the lesson. Just roll with it, because we were every other day this year, so we're back on a block schedule. So you might have 1 video lesson, you might have 2 video lessons, and then there's the homework. Now you'll notice that for lesson 3 we're missing the video, and that's because it exists in a different program called EduCreations, and I have to reformat the video and then upload it to YouTube, which is what I meant by I'm going to be updating this link as we go through the lesson. So if you click on a link for like unit 2 or unit 3 and it's like it's just not all there, it's just because I haven't uploaded all of it, but it will be uploaded by the time we have that lesson. So that's going to be very valuable for you if you fall behind. If you do miss an extended amount of school, you can really keep up with everything that's happening lesson by lesson, day by day. Now, most of you probably, I hope, won't be absent like for long periods of time. And so what you might be more interested in is this tab. So when you go back to the general channel, there'll be some tabs going across the top. In a perfect world, I'd learn how to use Class Notebook, but I haven't learned how to do it yet. It's awesome. I just can't use all the features in it. But we are going to be using the assignments tab, and we won't be using grades, so don't worry about that. And so you will see your assignments here, and they will be stacked. So you'll see the due date. And what I'll probably start doing as I hit my own rhythm, like as we get into the school year, is I'll put the date on the assignment. So this just is linear equation T's chart, but I'll probably have a date on it for when it's assigned. When you click on that, that is not what you wanted to see. Assigned. Oh, great. Now I'm stuck. Nope. I wanted to open it up for you, and apparently I can't do that. Fantastic. And now it's gone. Oh, all right, let's see if we can open it up again. There it is. Okay, what I wanted to do was just open it, but it's showing, let me see if I can get it there. Nope, it's showing me my version of it. So I apologize. It is showing me my version of the linear equation T-chart, which is it's showing, how many students have to return, whether I'd grade it, which I'm not going to be doing. And it's not showing your version of it, but I promise that there is a uploaded handout, and it gives when it's due and any worksheets or videos that need to be linked in there. I will also link. So you'll see them in the unit files, and then you'll also see them under the assignment, which would be totally awesome if I could show that to you. But apparently I can't. Great. All right, last thing that you need to see on here is this. This is a form. It's the request for grading or focus discrepancy notification. And this was mentioned in the syllabus overview. And when you open this, this is what you are going to click if you are turning in something late. So I wanted to go through this form with you. This form should be submitted for any of the following reasons. You submitted an assignment after it received a grade in focus. Any symbol other than an NG is a grade due to use of extended time, absence, or simply late work. So anything that's being turned in after the official due date. Okay, now you can get like a little pass on here because it says after it received a grade. So until there's a grade, you're going to see an NG in the gradebook. If you get that assignment turned in before the NG goes away, you snuck in. But if once there's an M for missing or a 0 or any kind of number grade in there, you have to fill this form out. And you would fill this form out if you see a discrepancy or error within focus. So there's something in focus that does not seem right to you. A new form must be completed for each assignment. So if you are turning in 15 late assignments, please do not do that to me. But if you're turning in 15 late assignments, then you will submit a form for all of the late assignments. Okay, you will fill in your last name and your first name so that I know who you are and what class period I have you. And that is because I get a lot of emails with like just your first name or no name at all saying, I need you to grade the assignment, which is not a great way to get your assignment graded. The title of the submitted assignment as it appears in focus. So you'll look over at focus and see, okay, what is the assignment that I am turning in? And then you'll have to do one for each assignment. When was the assignment in focus due? So that we have a record of how old that assignment is. And then you're going to check off one of the following. Why are you submitting the form? I was absent and I'm submitting this work within the allotted window for full credit. You do get, I think it's 1 day for every day that you're out to submit work with no late penalty. And so really with all the material posted in focus, hopefully, or not focus in the unit files, in focus, I guess, you shouldn't be submitting like stuff late all the time unless like you're absent and there's like you're sick and you can't do work. But you're in that window. If you have documented extended time and you're submitting the work within your extended time window per your IEP or your 504. So if you have an IEP or 504, please make sure that you're aware of how much extended time you get because they don't all say the same thing. Some of you get 50% extended time. Some of you get 100% extended time. So know what your window is and then what that looks like if you're claiming your extended time. You are submitting the assignment for some kind of late credit. So it's just straight up late and it's going to be penalized for being late, but you need me to go and grade it. Or you could be submitting the form because you believe there is an error in focus. And then question 6, additional notes. If you believe there's an error in focus, please explain what the error is. And you can, that's open response. And then you'll hit submit. And you need to do that for every assignment that you are turning in after that due date. And that's where you're going to find it. You'll find it right in that tab going across the top. So that's pretty much what you need to know about teams. Now, if you're in an engineering class, we'll poke around at my digital electronics class, you'll notice that there's one additional channel here, and that is for assignment submissions. That is because my engineering classes, you will at times be submitting screenshots of work that you do digitally. So for IED, that will often be a Fusion assignment. So you'll design something in Fusion, and instead of submitting the Fusion file, you're going to submit a picture of what you've done in Fusion. And for my digital electronics, that will be Multisim or Tinkercad, where you're designing a circuit. And this is the channel when I say like submit a photo of your assignment online, this is the channel where you would do that. Now, this is definitely a lot of change from how I used Teams last year. And I'm not 100% sure all of this is going to work, and I'll get better at it as we get into the flow of things with the school year. So if there's something that you notice you're like, that is not working, or it would be so much easier to keep track of assignments if you did X, Y, or Z, I'm open to that. But this video should give you a pretty good orientation to how we will be using Teams this year. Please let me know if you have any questions, because now you know where the questions and discussion channel is.